2023 was a great year in gaming across the board. We had so many big studio AAA game releases as well as innovation like you've never seen before. And it just goes to show that we are in the golden age of gaming right now as we breathe.
And the game of the year is Baldur's Gate 3.
Hi, I'm Aurelius. Now the way that I see 2023 is that this is the year that big studios went absolutely crazy with great game releases. In 2022, even though we had some big games, let's be honest, it's the indie games that stole the show. And this year, it's the AAA games that stole the show. We had so many amazing moments this year, like Hogwarts Legacy becoming the most watched game in the world, and Tears of the Kingdom coming out with so much innovation once again after Breath of the Wild so many years ago. So many people are going to have a completely different favorite game this year. And that just goes to show the quality of gaming that we got this year. And in this video, you're going to be finding out what my top 10 games are this year, and what I'm going to be presenting with my number 1 game. This is just a perfume, it's not an actual trophy. And just like last year, I'm getting a whole bunch of friends involved to tell me what their favorite games are as well. So stay tuned for that before my number 1 pick. But before we get started, I do want to give a few honorable mentions and shoutouts. Even though I did play a lot of games, I didn't get to every single game. Unfortunately. I missed out on some indie bangers like Sea of Stars and Cocoon, and other games that I would have loved to play this year as well, like Hi-Fi Rush, Disney Speedstorm, City Skylines 2, and Fae Farm. I'm really upset about Fae Farm because I was featured in it. And we can't get away without a few honorable mentions that I did play this year that didn't make my list, like Advanced Wars, Detective Pikachu 2, Story of Seasons, and Octopath Traveler. All amazing games. And I also have 2 friends who made their own games this year, and I want to show them some love. The games' names are Magi's Dream and Infinite Dream Behemoth Island. They're both going to be linked in the description below, go check them out. But without further ado, let's get on to the list. Number 10, After Us. This is an absolutely visually stunning linear RPG. It follows the journey of a girl trying to revive a dead world. The gameplay, the mechanics, and the abstract story of this game is absolutely phenomenal, and I loved it. Number 9, Wild Hearts. This is a game that's very inspired by the Monster Hunter series, and I feel like it gives it some great competition as well because it is a great game. The locations and settings are phenomenal, I love the monsters, and I love the little story that you have to follow as well. Number 8, Palia. This is an open world life sim, farm sim MMO that I absolutely fell in love with. You have all your usual things like customizing your plot of land, meeting new characters, hunting, gathering, doing quests, all of that. But with the additional fun of it being an MMO. Number 7, Party Animals. This is a brand new multiplayer party game and it is so fun. A lot of people compare it to the likes of Fall Guys and I completely see that, but it also feels like Mario Party games. There are so many game modes and a big variety of different things that you can do, and this game is so much better with friends. Did you just see that goal? Did you just see that? Bro, look at that. Look at this. Look at me and Becca. Me and Becca. Now this is where I start to get into the games that I sunk the most amount of hours into this year. Now I know a lot of people would have actually expected this game to be a lot higher on the list, but that just shows you the quality of games that we've been getting this year. Truthfully, I would have even considered putting it higher. But for now, number 6, Marvel's Spider-Man 2. Now don't get me wrong, this game was absolutely phenomenal. I loved so many aspects of this game. I absolutely loved the combat. I loved the players that you can play with as well. Whether it be Peter, Miles, Venom, or even Mary Jane. Except I still think Mary Jane is really ugly. The combat in this game was absolutely phenomenal as well. Not to mention the amazing storyline that we follow. And one big thing that I do really appreciate is you guys telling me I look like Craven. Like, hey yo, the self-esteem I got out of you guys calling me Craven is just, it's off the roof. Thank you. There's one moment in this game that also just lives in my head rent-free. It was this little side quest where a man wanted you to relocate his pigeons, and then when you go back to him, he's gone.
Oh, hey, Spider-Man.
Hey, sorry. Friend of mine.
Take all the time you need. If it helps, it looked like he was at peace.
He was. He's finally on that adventure with his wife.
Why would you do this to me?
Don't worry, Hal.
No!
The flock is free.
Why would you do this to me? Bro, I broke down. Oh my god, that was so tough. Not to mention the way you can move around New York City as well, because this time around, not only can you swing around New York, but you can basically fly. This mode of transportation is by far the best thing about this game, and the thing that I love most about this game. Amazing game. Good job, Insomniac. Number 5, Bayonetta Origins, Syriza and the Lost Demon. This is a game that I played earlier this year, and I'm gonna be absolutely honest, this game was so beautiful. I have a thing for story-driven games, and this game was extremely story-driven, telling you the path that Syriza took to become Bayonetta. This game follows a young girl and her journey to become the most powerful witch in the world. And the way that it does this is absolutely phenomenal. You get lost in a forest with a monster that's also your cat, and you have to find your way out through a lot of danger. And then this game is visually absolutely stunning. The way it presents itself in every level is so nice. You absolutely never get bored at looking at this game and playing it and just marvel at what you're looking at. There's this one moment in this game that still terrifies me, and it's when that evil train was after you, and that was so much stress. There's also so much twists and turns and so much character development moments as well that I absolutely love about this game. If you've never played any other Bayonetta game, like me, then this is an absolutely amazing place to start. Number 4, Hogwarts Legacy. Controversy aside, let's be honest, this game was fucking amazing. Hogwarts Legacy, if you can't tell, is set in the same world as Harry Potter, but a long time into the past. This was a long time before your Voldemorts, this was a long time before your Grindelwalds and all that. No Dumbledore, no Harry Potter, none of those. This is completely your adventure in Hogwarts. The way that this game approached itself could have gone wrong on every level, but they did it. They managed it. From the feeling of being in a magical school, doing all sorts of school things, like going to classes, making friends, making memories, as well as all those other things you'd love to do in the Harry Potter world, like going on a broomstick ride, and all those other things you want to do, like going into the forest and capturing monsters and putting them into your own vivarium. Wait, isn't that Pokemon? And just live as a student in Hogwarts. This game doesn't miss on any fronts, whether it comes to story, exploration, or whatever you want to do. Let me just say this. Firstly, I don't actually agree with half the controversy around this game. And secondly, Game Awards, you snubbed this game so hard. For a game that was the most watched game in history, maybe it should have got some recognition. And I'm willing to give it that recognition. Hogwarts Legacy, absolutely fantastic game. Number 3, Sunhaven. Sunhaven, I said many times before, is like a spiritual successor to Stardew Valley. If you like Stardew Valley, you're gonna love Sunhaven. This is a game that follows your character in the town of Sunhaven to do everything that you basically do in Stardew Valley. From farming, to mining, to hunting, to exploring a whole other town as well. And don't even get me started on the characters and romancing. For every one of you that watched me play this game, you know how much I'm into Anne. I mean, come on, she's got a great personality. This is a game that you can get so lost in, whether you're just following the story, doing your own thing, just trying to go day by day to get to the events, anything, even romancing. You get so lost in this game. And a big question is always, do I think this game is better than Stardew Valley? No, but I do think it is on par with Stardew Valley. Also, I didn't buy this game with my own money. Bob, big shout out to you for getting me this game. You are amazing. This game changed me. Number 2, Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. Now this game is the closest to the perfect game you will ever see. In fact, I do think this game should have been the game that won the Game of the Year at the Game Awards with the competition that it had, because this game is absolutely amazing. From that tutorial island up in the sky, to when you first land in Hyrule, to all of the bosses, to find out what happened to Link's memories, to find out what happened to Zelda, with all the innovation that this game has as well, with Ultra Hand, with that turning back time thing, when you go up a bloody ceiling, it is phenomenal. This game was the game that I played the most this year with 120 hours, and I loved every single one of those hours. It really does feel like there's nothing in this game that you can't do. If your imagination can think it, you can go do it. And you can play this game almost however you want. You're a story person like me, there is so many ways you can just follow a story to the end. You're an exploration person, you can follow this huge world for yourself until the end of the game. You're an action person, there is action absolutely everywhere. You can go pick fights with big monsters, small monsters, bosses. If you haven't had enough of the bosses, you go underground and verse them again. You're a Pokemon person? Go out into the fields, collect some horses, bring them back to the stable. You like characters and meeting new personalities? There is no shortage of that either. The way that this game is made is never going to be made again. This is genuinely the closest you can ever get to the perfect game. Quickly, what was my favorite part of the game? The Dragon Tears quest. Absolutely phenomenal. But on top of everything, this is my girlfriend's favorite game this year, so I have to put it on the list. Now you might be thinking, if Tears of the Kingdom is number 2, then what's number 1? Well, I'll tell you after we find out what all my friends' favorite games are. Enjoy the next couple of minutes of these amazing and lovely creators sharing their favorite games with us as well.
Boy, howdy. My name's AC, and my game of the year is Hogwarts Legacy.
Hi, I'm Lauren, and this is Ione, and my favorite game this year has been GTA Online. I was a story mode girl through and through. Until 2023, I started really getting into GTA Online, and I've been having a blast running my completely legal, legitimate herb farm.
What's going on? It's Keith Stroganoff, and I just wanted to share with you my favorite game that I played in 2023. Now, this game that I played in 2023 ain't a game that came out in 2023. I've been binging the heck out of Pokemon Sword and Shield. This game came out years ago, but since I started my shiny hunting journey in the last year, I've re-fallen in love with the shiny hunting mechanics in this game, making it the game I loved the most in 2023.
Hi friends, my name is Ember, and my favorite game of this year has been Tears of the Kingdom. Yahaha! I hope everyone has a great holiday with friends and family, or just lounging around and playing video games. I love you all.
I'm Matt Prokopek. My favorite new game of 2023 was Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, but overall game is still The Hunter Call of the Wild, because I get to play it with my own dad, and what could be better?
Hi guys, it's Evie Queen, aka Kristen, aka Chris, aka EQ, aka V Queen. Call me whatever you want, I have a ton of nicknames. My favorite game of this year is definitely Pokemon Violets. I stream a ton of it on my channel because I love the shiny hunt. It's very addicting. And it's just a lot of fun with your friends and union circles, making sandwiches together, getting shinies together, doing raids together, and finding all these weird, crazy glitches as well. So yeah, definitely Pokemon Violet. I recommend getting that game, or even Scarlet if you have not tried those games yet. Go pick them up ASAP.
Hi. My name's Dorian.
I'm Amber.
And we are Dice Art Universe. A friend of Aurelius asked us if we could possibly tell
what
you
our favorite game was of this year.
And for me, besides the shirt, it's Sonic Frontiers. It was a good one. I really love Sonic Frontiers. It was pretty fun. And you, dear?
Mine was Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and Life Slide, that little paper airplane game.
Really made you loved it. You were all about it.
I was all about it.
Hi everyone, it's Deanna from Deanna Lives, and I would say my favorite game of this year has been Disney Dreamlight Valley. I think I have over 200 hours in it, and I just keep going back and playing no matter how many updates they come out with.
Hey everyone, it's Poppy. My favourite game of the year, in case it wasn't screamingly obvious, was Hogwarts Legacy. It was so good I want to play it again. So, 3 turns should do it, right? Let's see if I can do this.
Hey everyone, my name is Am Clockwork. I stream tons of Nintendo games. I'm from America. Those are my 2 traits. And my favorite game of 2023 was easily Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I think it is a shame it didn't get Game of the Year. Baldur's Gate 3 is a great game, don't get me wrong, but Tears of the Kingdom is just on a different level. I don't care who you are. It's fun, the story's engaging, it's got tons of really good, fun little secrets that you don't know about ever on your first playthrough. You'll never find everything on your first playthrough. There's all sorts of different crazy stuff waiting for you. It's a great game. I'm kind of sad that it didn't get Game of the Year, but hey, you know what? It's still an amazing game, and I hope you all have an amazing time.
Hey y'all, Darkman Sylveon here, aka Joyce. My favorite game this year was Mario Wonder.
G'day all, my name's Pokeboy. I'm an Australian content creator that focuses on Pokemon. Now, Aurelius has reached out to me and asked me to put my 2 cents in to what could potentially be one of the most important questions we all have to answer. What should be Game of the Year for 2023? Now, I'm going to cheat. I'm actually going to give 2 answers to this. My first is probably the best game that's come out in the last 10 years, and that's Baldur's Gate 3. The sheer amount of hours and quests and just things to do in that game are insane. Nothing was locked behind a paywall, and if you're into it, there was a lot of full frontal nudity. Baldur's Gate, I get it, man. We're not as horny as you think we are. We don't need our characters running around naked all the time. It was very off-putting. Could I have put their clothes back on? Sure. Did I? Eventually. Baldur's Gate 3 had so many amazing things to do. Not only that though, it's going to have a long-lasting and overflowing effect onto tabletop RPGs like Dungeons & Dragons, bringing in a brand new group of fans, a brand new generation to this type of gaming. And I think, honestly, the voice acting alone deserves Game of the Year, but everything else, everything when you put it together, is just an absolute masterpiece. The second one I'm going to say is, I get it, I'm a little bit biased, but I'm going to say Scarlet and Violet Pokemon. Now, I get it, it did come out in 2022, however, the Hidden Treasures of Area Zero, the DLCs Teal Mask and Indigo Disc, came out in 2023, and I'm going to nominate this because, obviously, the field I'm in, but the sheer effect it's had on our communities, and that has been one of the most rewarding things I've seen this year. All these people from every country, all these different beliefs, coming together to share their love of Pokemon. Come on, that deserves Game of the Year in my opinion.
Guys, Exit here. My favorite game that I played this year in 2023 was Final Fantasy Crisis Core Reunion, which is the remake of the 2007 PSP Crisis Core. Best game that came out in 2023, definitely going to have to say Resident Evil 4 Remake. It's one of the best games I've played in a long time, but Crisis Core was definitely my favorite game that I played this year. If you haven't checked it out and you've played Final Fantasy 7 before, I would highly recommend it. Thanks for asking me to be a part of this, man. I appreciate it. Happy New Year, everyone.
Hey everyone, this is Johnny, also known as Let's Play Johnny. This year's game contender for me was obviously Hogwarts Legacy. I thought they did absolute amazing what they did with the graphics, the story, everything like that. I was literally torn between that and Spider-Man 2, but I was thinking about it last night and I've got to go with Hogwarts. Thank you everyone. Enjoy the rest of the year. Take care. Peace out. Much love. Bye-bye.
So you probably know me as Allo. I'm Allosaurus. You can check out my game. I'm working on a video game. I'm a game developer and a content creator. Street Fighter 6 is the best fighting game I have played in a long time. Amazing character designs, amazing set design. The graphics are beautiful. The soundtrack kicks ass. And Jury is really fucking hot.
Hey everybody, I'm MetaGuide, and this year my favorite game has to be F-Zero 99. The fact that it was free to play, and it was a multiplayer version of a game that I played when I was a kid, just got me hyped. It has to be the favorite of this year. Anyway guys, I hope y'all have a good one. I'll see you later.
Hey everyone, it's Frosty Lemon here. Happy New Year's, Merry Christmas, whatever it is. I gotta say, best game of this year for me, definitely Final Fantasy 16. Fantastic game, fantastic story, fantastic characters, fantastic series overall. Try it out, Final Fantasy. You don't want to miss out. Dude, it's good. It's good. That's good. All right.
Number 1. Final Fantasy 16. This game was absolutely phenomenal from start to finish, with all the action, character development, and everything. This is the game that I enjoyed playing the most this year. Final Fantasy is an amazing series that follows a hero's final adventure, and the hero this time was Clive. I'm gonna be absolutely honest, I'm pretty sure I'm straight, but I would let Clive do things to me. This game is a game that follows Clive, who lost everything in his life, and remnants of his past keep coming back to him, and he becomes a hero to protect the ones that he loves. The combat in this game is the best combat that I have ever seen. The original soundtrack for this game is phenomenal. The atmosphere you get for every single boss fight is so good. It is amazing. Not to mention the stories that you have to follow. Because if this game makes you want to hate a character, you're gonna hate them. If this game makes you want to sympathize with the character, you're gonna feel so bad for them. Not to mention all the visually stunning locations that you can visit.
Get it, boy.
For me, it is so difficult to tell you what my favorite part of this game was. Whether it was the romance between Clive and Jill, the brotherhood between Clive and Josh, that one scene where our puppy Torgal went and saved Jill, even the balcony scene where Clive and Jill were teenagers.
Well, if you're not going to pray to Metia for your safe return, I shall just have to do it for you.
Okay. I like a woman who will pray for me. Don't even get me started with all the action and all the exploration. I absolutely loved killing Benedicta, then going on later to kill her boyfriend. Titan was a crazy fight, as well as Barnabas, which was the one that I died the most. This game from start to finish surprised me in every way, and I loved it. I can't wait to play the DLC. Now, I want to thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate all the support. This year was an absolutely amazing year in gaming. My life has been very up and down, but I've achieved so much this year, and I couldn't have achieved any of this without you. So, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. Big thanks to all the creators who took part in this video as well. Tell me in the comments, what was your favorite game this year? Did my favorite game make it onto your list? Did yours make it onto mine? I want to know. But, I'll call it there. Another amazing year. Thanks again everyone, and until next time, peace.